My name is Pedro Oliveros Jr. That's my legal name, but unofficially I go by PJ for Pedro Jr.
Roger, and not Roger, PJ. Starting us off with a laugh. And what do you do, PJ?
So I'm the farm coach for Maui Site. Pretty much farmers farm food. I farm farmers.
Yeah, you do. And can you tell us about the Maui site here? Like how big is it? What is the? Can you just tell us about the location or the site that we're at?
Okay, so we're located at Maui College. We're pretty unique in that way, Maui Site. We're the only site that's kind of partnered with the college. And we're roughly on about a little under 2 acres, but we farm about an acre, a little over an acre. Yeah, so students that go onto our site, they get the benefits that come with being with the college, meaning we get all their resources, get to use all their machines and whatnot, and then they benefit from us by getting more students. Yeah.
That's awesome. And how did you get into agriculture?
Really, I was looking for career change. I had quit my job and really felt like I wasn't getting anywhere. And I found, actually ended up working on a farm.
Oh,
And then that's where I found my passion for agriculture. And, I went to school and I found out I actually could do this as a career. So
oh.
that's where I decided to
What
pursue it.
were you doing any of this in high school?
No,
Or
not at all.
no,
I
really
didn't find
not.
my passion till later on. I kind of didn't like working out in the yard, pulling weeds,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
kind of saw it more of as a punishment than anything. But yeah, now I really found that I like working outside. I don't like really staying on the inside and
Yeah,
stuff.
I feel like it definitely does change people.
Hmm.
Like once you start working outside, it's hard to go back inside. I've noticed that with these interviews, it's a
Hmm.
lot of people when I ask them why are they in ag, it's because they want to be outside.
Yeah, I think the big problem was I was doing it as a punishment,
Oh
not
yeah.
really doing it for myself. When you start doing it for yourself, you really get the pride and passion for it. So
And
yeah.
are how did you are you from Maui? Like how did you get to Maui? Why do you stay on Maui? What's the deal with you in Maui?
Well, yeah, I was born and raised, country boy, born and raised in Makawao. Um, Later moved downtown, and that's how I met. Ended up going back to school, and that's how I met farmer Uncle George Kaumoku. He invited me to work on his farm, and
Uncle George.
basically just from there, that's where my story started. Worked on his farm, found my passion, and found that I could actually get my degree in what I love. Yeah.
And when you when you think about agriculture now, I mean it's really changed. It's really changed on Maui. Do you feel like there's opportunity in agriculture?
Oh, big time. I think that right now is definitely a great time to get in agriculture. There's so much opportunities with land opening up, more training, more opportunities for training to open up. Yeah, definitely a great time. I mean, there's definitely a trend that's going on to be more green in your life, I guess.
Be more green in your life. And when we talk about in relation to Go Farm, why was Go Farm a good fit for you? Why do you think Go Farm is relevant to what you want to do and what is happening here?
I think it makes me feel proud of what I'm doing every day. I'm not just going to a 9 to 5 and just doing something like construction where what everybody's doing. It just makes me feel a sense of pride. And also it just worked out with with my timeline, I guess. I got my degree and um, I was told about this job opening and
Oh.
it just worked out for me. So
Timing,
I know part
time.
of me thinks it was fate. Don't
Yeah.
want to go too deep, but
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, no, that's great. That's great.
Because I really didn't know what I was gonna do with my degree. I just was like, should I start a farm? And then, with all this knowledge, I was like, oh, maybe I should start teaching people how to farm.
What do you think is the what do you think is the biggest challenge of teaching people how to farm?
That's a good question. I say biggest challenge is kind of getting people to not get overwhelmed, kind of just to take it in stride, I guess. Yeah,
Yeah.
I would think so. Yeah, and Yeah, because people who want to get into agriculture, I mean, the passion's there. They just gotta know that it's hard work and it's not something easy. If it was easy, everybody would be doing it. You know.
This is true. This is true. And what do you think is what makes you feel the best about teaching people how to farm?
Um, I just feel like I'm doing something great for the community. Yeah, I mean, I'm not just building another building or just working for another big corporation. I'm actually working for somebody that or for a company that wants to do better for the state and for the county and for everybody.
And do you think that um, Maui's focus on agriculture is shifting towards more sustainability, more? How do you feel like these students fit into Maui right now?
Yeah, I think there's definitely a push more for local agriculture, especially with the Hawaii Farmers Union and all the A and B land opening up. I think it's definitely a great time to just, learn all you can in agriculture and, get off on the right foot.
And when you think about farming and farming food as a whole, do you have any fears? What is your greatest fear in agriculture?
Um, I would say failing as a business.
Oh.
Yeah, because you can teach somebody how to put a seed in the ground, give it good nutrients and all that jazz, but you don't know how to run a business. You can fail quickly. Yeah.
It can all be over.
Yeah, it can all be over.
It can all be over. And when you're looking at the future, what do you think agriculture looks like for the future?
Um, right now, I mean, judging by the amount of students and amount of people that are interested in agriculture, it looks good. We just got to get the right legislature and right people in the government so that agriculture doesn't end up in the wrong hands, like the big corporations, and make sure that farming is for the small guys. You got to include the small guys too. If not, it's going to be another, Monsanto or something like that. Yeah.
And what was that we just heard? Is that the boat?
That was a boat.
That was the ship, yeah?
Yeah, so I mean, that's another reason, like, we're wanting to get into agriculture because we're importing everything. 90% of our stuff importing. That was the evidence right there, the big old boat horn.
We're also seeing a big shift in what the consumer wants, which I feel like it's really helped the agricultural industry because Maui gets a lot of visitors. It's a big part of our industry, and we're seeing that our visitors are wanting more things. They want to know local sourcing, they want to know method of growing, and do you feel like how do you feel about the tourism impact on Maui and how that affects agriculture?
I think if we can push it in the right way, I mean, tourists are definitely looking for that connection, for where your food comes from, and I think they have appreciation for that, and I think we can take advantage of the tourist industry instead of trying to fight it.
Oh, that's great. And then just last question. Well, if people want to find out more information about your program, how can they find out about that? Like, when is the next one starting?
Typically it starts the same as a school semester starts for UH Maui College. So if anything, they can email me at pedroo@hawaii.edu or just go visit the Go Farm Hawaii website.
Yep. Okay. And then last question is, if you could have a word to the wise or a final thought or advice to people who are thinking about going into farming, what would that be?
Definitely go in with an empty cup. Be prepared to learn. You can't fill your cup when it's full, I guess, so to say. So, come in, willing to learn and learn everything, you know, everything you can, because you can always learn new tricks. Yeah.
That was great. That was easy. Thanks, PJ.
All right.